Let's build a stomper. Come on, lads. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Build a Stomper Part 3. Let's crack on, shall we? So in this video, what I'm doing at the moment, I'm actually just getting rid of some of the foam from the feet of the stomper. Just using a bit of sandpaper just to like grind it all down. And now what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be covering the actual gaps, because obviously, let's face it guys, we're not going to leave it like that, we're not going to leave it just open foam there. So we're covering the gaps. A bit on this one, I actually made it a little bit too small, but I thought, you know what, fuck it, it's okay, it doesn't really matter. So yeah, we're just going to be detailing the feet a little bit more, as I said, working from the ground up. So yeah. Oh, it fell over then when I set it up, not set it on the side. Yeah, we're using some quite thick plastic card for this, because again, want to try and keep the structural integrity, although because we have this foam in it now, I mean, these feet are just absolutely rock solid. Plus, they're really weighty with the added coins that are put in there. In fact, the stomper almost bobbles around. It's really heavy on the feet, so you can't really knock it over. It's pretty good. So yeah, just covering the feet. Gonna add another triangular dag on the edge here, just because. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm sorry if I'm really nasal. It's because I'm a bit bunged up. Got a bit of a cold, or is it hay fever? It's one or the other. But yeah, adding another dag to the other side just to round it off and make it a bit more symmetrical. I've got to say, I'm a bit of a sucker for symmetry. I hate it when stuff isn't symmetrical. So yeah, what are we going to do? I made some of those glyphs, my press molds from the other episode. Some of them didn't actually turn out too well, because I put it down to the surface that I was pressing them on, and some of them came out really deformed and really just not great, so I only could use a few. As you can see, we're just trimming off the edges of them here in order to stick them down, because when they come out, they have little fritty edges where the green stuff is like splurged out the side. Heh, splurged. Splurgy, splurgy, splurge. Oh, excuse me. And then shortly we're going to be attaching these feet to our stomper. Now you can see where the green stuff was around the edge when I pressed it down. It's been a nice flat surface. Now this is going to ensure that we have a nice firm bond with the body of the stomper to the actual ankles of the stomper feet. Now thank you for all those guys that actually wrote in and told me how stompers actually move. Apparently stompers move, they have tracks underneath these feet, they don't actually move, which makes me question, why is it called a stomper if it doesn't stomp? I kind of always thought they were kind of like piston driven, and you know, maybe the orcs inside kind of run backwards and forwards, you know, in it, you know, it's like kind of like shunt it to one side. But no, apparently tracks underneath the feet. You know, I can imagine that working, but you know, I do like to imagine my stomper actually stomping. So what else am I going to show you guys? I'm going to actually, in this video today, guys, we're going to be detailing a bit more of the torso, and we're going to be making a start on one of the shoulders for the guns. Yeah, so just chopping bits of plastic card out now. Again, I always do it quite rough with plastic card, especially when I'm making like plates and stuff, because with orc things you don't really need to be that precise. The rougher the better, really. I've seen a lot of people, they tend to like chip bits of edging out of their armor plates and stuff. Myself, I can't be bothered doing that. It's a tremendous waste of time for me, if you ask me. But yeah. What we're doing now is we're actually scoring the middle of some of these plates and bending them so they have a 90-degree angle, so that they go over where the rough join is, to basically make it look like there's more holding the feet parts together. Using a combination of, I don't know, I'm not using a combination of anything, I'm just using poly cement on this. But yeah guys, I really like the way these feet turn out. I think they're the right thickness, the right length, the right width. They provide a hell of a lot of stability for the actual model. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. You guys will notice as well that the amount of crap on my desk is piling up day by day. Also, you guys get to see the state of my horrible shitty keyboard, which is, you know, it's about 20 years old. We're getting a new one soon. Okay, here we are. Ha-ha! Stuck the feet to, well, sticking the body to the legs. Make sure it's in place. And yeah, so that's phase 1 complete. Okay guys, so in this bit what are we doing? Well, I took you guys' advice and I decided to get rid of that pathetic looking belly cannon. Oh, bit of a hole made in there where the plastic card ripped. So I decided, hey, let's make a bigger belly cannon. We'll use some PVC pipe that we've used in a lot of, well, for the ankles and, you know, for the other stuff that I've done. So we actually got a top hatch of a Razorback here, just because I'd rather not just stick it on. I'd rather have some worky bits close by to me, like some vents or whatever. Just trimming it off now was really annoying this little bit, because where I'd sawed it, it had frayed all the edges and stuff. So we are just trim, make sure it's nice and flush. And then we're going to stick it on, and it's just the right kind of length. We're probably going to build it up a little bit around the edges as well, because it looks just very stuck on there currently. Also, we're going to add some supports. I really wanted it to have like a telescopic feel. Oh, another thing that we're doing here, guys, I actually, off camera, made some of these little turrets. These are actually the inner working bits of the Bastion, the bits that allow you to move the heavy bolters. So basically, I stuck some Orc guns in there and just stuck them on the front, you know, to add a bit of extra shooty. You know, because I imagine that Orcs inside this would be like finding everywhere that they can just to fire a gun out of. Now what we're doing now, guys, we're actually trimming down some plastic rod. Because we're going to use these as the supports, just scoring them a little bit with my hobby saw, my razor saw, shall I say, and then just snap them off. Job's a good one. So what we're going to do, we're going to be awkwardly, very awkwardly gluing. I should have actually done all this prior to gluing it on. It would have made things so much easier. We're gluing down at there, just add some supports. These are hollow. What I'm going to do, I'm probably going to get some green stuff and just fill the tops of these in to make them look like the solid rods rather than the obvious hollowness that they have. So there's going to be 4 going down here, well, 2 on each side. I just really wanted a telescopic feel to this, but I honestly, God, couldn't find anything that would fit inside it. I was contemplating rolling up a piece of thin plastic card, but then you'd see a join and it'd be really fiddly, and I thought, nah, fuck that, I can't be arsed. But as you can see, guys, what we're doing now is, well, what I'm doing now, I'm thinking of how I'm going to detail the actual stomper itself, because there's an awful lot of bare white. There's an awful lot of awful lot of flat, no texture, no extra details. So as you can see here, I'm just chopping out some thick plastic card into plates. I'm going to layer a few up so that, you know, a bit of extra thickness. Maybe they've been a bit reinforced. And we're going to start sticking them onto the stomper in random ways, just to provide a bit more detailing for when I decide to paint it, or whoever I decide to pay to paint this paints it. Not really fully got an idea of what I'm going to do with this at the end, really, to be honest with you. I might auction it off, might stick it on eBay. I don't know. Let me know what I should do with it if you want. There's going to be other options at the end of this video, more to do with the gun, but I'll come on to that in a sec. I just want to get it down and out said, so you guys can start thinking. Basically, guys, think of what weapons I could have on a stomper. Now, I'm going to give you the options later on of what I'm thinking of, or what I, you know. Let's start again. I'm going to give you the options of what weapons that we're going to have. So I'm going to read out the list of weapon options that the stomper can have on one arm, and yeah, you guys will get to pick. They'll be numbered, so basically just put in the comments a number as well as another comment if you want. And yeah, we'll sort that out. But I've not decided yet. I need to find out what weapon options a stomper can actually have, because I know they've changed since the Imperial Armour stomper. There was a White Dwarf supplement, which made it, you know, a hell of a lot more awesome with extra guns and giga shooters and all kinds of stuff like that. Ugh. I threw up a bit in my mouth. I know it's a bit horrible. But yeah, just detailing. As you can see, guys, still working from the ground up. I kind of detail as I go, because I often find that when you go away after a bit of detailing and come back, you often spot things that you've missed or spot things that you're not happy with. And also, sometimes you might do things differently, and it adds a really ragtag, kind of botched, you know, put together in a hurry kind of look. Now, one of the things that I'm actually thinking currently, I'm thinking to myself, you know, I could really do with some more little doors and hatches. I decided to, I waited here for a long time on this back section because I was like, oh, what am I going to do? What actually am I going to do? So fine, I will add some little exhaust pieces. I think that's what I'm doing anyway. I can't remember, and I only videoed this about 45 minutes ago. What am I doing? Oh, just a random little hatch there. Contradicting myself. Oh, shut up, Jojo, man. But yeah, I decided I'm going to take you guys' advice as well. I'm going to try and get hold of some barrels, some like oil drums. Don't know where from though. I want to use the ones off the accessory sprue that Games Workshop do, but it's expensive for like what four or six barrels. So guys, if you've got any suggestions on like oil drums and stuff where I can get them from, please post them in the comments. That'd be a really big help. But yeah, starting some little exhaust. I'm going to have some huge exhaust as well coming out the back, like more near the top, near the shoulders, just because I think big exhaust on Orc vehicles and Orc mechanics just look absolutely awesome. So I've got some little exhaust here that I'm toying around with. If not, I'll just leave these green stuff, not these green, fuck, I can't even speak, I'm really bunged up. We'll leave these bits up. Now, as you can see here, guys, I'm just toying with the idea of how I'm going to use the arm. Basically, because these are looters, I wanted to use like rhinos, or cut in half rhinos as the arms, and then on top of that have like turrets and things like in the shoulders. And so I thought to myself, okay, let's start hacking into this. Let's leave the actual stomper for a little bit. Let's start work on one of the arms. Now, just cutting some more PVC piping because I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to suspend it, and I'm going to go with the classic kind of suspension. Oh, this is a fucking gem now. This is me trying to saw in half, or saw this rhino in half, and this took me so bloody long. It's like I sawed the top and the sides, and I bit on the bottom, and I just could not do it. And you'll see me struggling in a second, just popping the top turret off there because we're going to get rid of that, and I'm going to have an orc sticking out of it. This is me trying to whack it, trying to break it apart a little bit. It's just not having it at all. There's not. It's just so stuck together, this rhino. Trying to cut it a bit more. Come on, you bastard! Cut, you fucker. I thought literally I could just saw the sides and the top and just be able to snap it in two, but no, because it's really thick. I didn't anticipate how thick it'd be, because there's actually 2 layers to the rhino. Look at me struggle. Look at me bloody struggle. Just whacking it, like getting frustrated, like, come on, do it! I've spilt hot tea on my hand! Bugger in hell. But yeah. Oh, my door just shut with the breeze. That's rather interesting. There goes smashy. It's brilliant. I just really got frustrated with this because it was taking ages. So you guys get to see my pain. I flipped to the bird. So it's got really hot now because I was like putting a lot of effort and exerting myself a lot on this flaming rhino. So yeah, it got really warm. So I had to take the old hoodie off. Here we go. Lighting a candle now. I'm going to heat up the blade, and we're actually going to use it to cut a little bit more and drag it across and down, so I'll be able to break it in two. And slowly but surely, hurrah! It should break in half. Hopefully. Maybe not. Hey! So guys, after that epic struggle of trying to get the rhino in half, I'm now deciding to trim the edge of it down, because as we all know, rhinos have those like raised exhausts on the sides, and it just wasn't going to stay wasn't going to stay flush to the side of the stomper torso. So I hacked it off, and it came off really nice neatly, so I decided to save it and stick it on the actual stomper somewhere else, just add a bit more detailing. So yeah, as you can see, got the front half of it now. I'm gonna just get the bit of PVC pipe. Actually, first of all, I'm gonna actually try and rip the tracks off it, because I realised that the tracks wouldn't be on it, or they'd be used as armor plating, or they would be hanging down rather than just perfectly stuck, as if defying gravity. So just prying the tracks off it. Again, being really rough, because again, I don't think orcs take the greatest of care. Just sizing it up, see how it's going to look, and I'm thinking that it's going to look pretty okay as the one of the shoulders of the stomper. What we're going to be doing in a second, we're also going to be just check that the belly cannon's on, right? What happened now? I think my mother came into the room. That's why I'm talking to her now. Yeah, there's a lot big silence. Oh, here we go. Back in the game. We're back in the game now. So weighing up what it's going to be like in regards to putting the shoulder on there. Oh, what am I doing now? Actually, no, I'm doing something different. Can't remember. Oh, yeah, I found some more little supports, so I stuck that on the front of it there. Just add a bit more detail into the belly cannon. What am I doing now? What am I doing now? Oh, I'm adding some worky bits to it. You can't really see this probably because it's very small, but I was adding some worky bits to the turrets just to make them look a bit more interesting rather than they're just stuck on. Just sanding down the edge just so it's nice and smooth, nice and flush to the side. Also, the plastic dust that it produces will make a nice slurry, so it'll glue really fine on there. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, oh, hang on a second, how am I going to transport this? How am I going to store it? I really wanted to magnetise the arms. I wanted to have them at the shoulder, but that's not going to happen because it's just too thick to get a magnet in there. So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll magnetise the underslung arm section to the this bit here that I'm doing now. I'll magnetise that to the under bit of the arm, just for easy stowage, and also if I want to add some more weapons. Now, there's the actual back panel of the Rhino. Now, I really struggled to get that off. I thought I was just going to be able to hack through it, so I decided, I know what I'll do. I'll heat up my blade again, push it through, and then just pop it in, and then drag it out with some pliers. That will allow me to get into it and pop a magnet. Now, I've actually run out of magnets, which is crazy. I never thought I would. I had some really awesome neodymium rare earth magnets that were super strong that I stole from work. And yeah, out of like security devices and stuff. But there we go, popped in. And it was just absolutely amazingly strong, so I'm going to have to find a new way of getting some bigger, better magnets. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're like, right, well, I want this to obviously have a cap to it, so we're going to glue it down to a piece of plastic card and just use super glue, because as we all know, super glue doesn't really, poly doesn't really stick to this PVC pipe. There we go, using a cup to press that down on, and yeah. Okay guys, so what you can see what we're doing now is we're just trimming the edge of the plastic card away from the PVC pipe. This is to ensure that, well, it doesn't just look like a piece of plastic card glued to a PVC pipe. It's also really to ensure that it actually fits quite quite flush. Chaff and flush seem to be the words of today's week, by the way, guys. Just sanding it down because it actually didn't fit quite right. So a little bit of sandpaper goes a long way. Just filing down the edges so that it goes nice there. Now, as you can see, what we're doing is we're putting a blob of super glue down there. Here's a big neodymium magnet. Stick that down there, make sure it's nice and centralised, and make sure that it actually works. As you can see, woo! It's it's pretty strong. You can whack it around quite a bit. Okay, guys. So whilst you're watching that, I'm going to I'll read out the weapon options. These are the weapon options that I want you to vote on for this arm. So this is the left arm of the Stomper. Vote in the comments down below. Leave your basically just leave a number, or leave a number and the name, whatever you want to do, as long as I get some answers. Right, I'm aware now that the video feed has actually stopped, and probably just have to put a graphic up now. But okay, number 1, a death cannon. Death cannon. Number 2, a super scorcher. Number 3, a super gatler. Number 4, a giga shooter. Number 5, a lifter dropper. We like lifter droppers. And number 6, a flame belcher. So vote in the comment section down below which weapon or weapons you'd like to see. I'm probably going to incorporate more than one, unless it's like a massive weapon. That way, like, I mean, lifter droppers, you can't really incorporate lifter droppers in with anything else, so it's just on its own. But I could probably incorporate a death cannon with a super gatler or whatever. But yeah, guys, please let me know. This has been a bit of a short one there. I thought it was going to be longer, but evidently not. As you can see, the Stomper's fairly underway. So guys, I thank you all for watching, and leave me your comments, leave me, anything you have to say in the comment section down below. Don't forget to vote on the weapons, and I'll see you guys again next time. See you guys again. Goodbye.